Hey guys, so I just got back from a double feature. Definitely a better experience than last night. If you see my Jeepers Creepers Reborn review. Um, Before I do get into that, I do want to talk about a story about my movie theater experience because this is something I want to bring up to people that maybe go to Regal Cinemas or go to the movies like I do. It's kind of like a PSA. So I went to the movies, and if you don't know, some people maybe not know why, and how I see as many movies as I do. Like currently, I think it's 70 movies I've seen this year. 70, like probably about 73. I think 73 right now. 74, maybe, yeah, maybe 74. Um, and I like this. I've seen a shitload of movies, and the only reason I'm able to do that is because I got Regal Unlimited. And basically, you don't know what Regal Unlimited is. It's a service for 21 bucks a month. I can see as many movies as I want for free. Don't have to pay a damn thing. Unless like I want to see a 3D movie, you have to pay like 350, a surcharge of 350. Ticket prices right now are like $9 or whatever, and like during the matinee they're like $9. 12.50 they're like regular price. So I went. I went to the kiosk. I was gonna go buy my tickets, scan my app, and go get my tickets. I usually, if I go to double feature, I just buy both the tickets at the same time. So I went and bought my ticket for Bros, and then I went to go buy my ticket for Smile, which was like at 220. And I go to fucking buy it, and there's a it's telling me there's a $3.50 surcharge. I went, what? And I'm like, so I went back and like, there has to be something wrong there. And I look at, they have the list of the prices for the movie tickets, and it's 15.50. What? uh, when I remember, I just bought a ticket for Bros. I had paid nothing for that. Why the fuck is it like that with this movie? This is something I have seen happen before. You go for their app, like Regal app. Now, if you go to Regal for the Regal app, you have to sometimes, if you buy a movie in advance, you have to pay a 50 cent surcharge. All right, whatever. And like I said, sometimes for like a 3D movie, you have to pay a 350 surcharge. That's fine. But this is a regular fucking movie. There's no restrictions unless it's there's no restrictions for a Regal Unlimited unless it's like uh, a Phantom event or a 3D movie. And then I'm like, wait a minute, like the ticket price. Then I thought about it for a second. Like the ticket price is supposed to be $9. Why is it 15.50? They're charging an extra fucking $6.50? What the fuck? And then I looked at like showtimes previous to 220 for Smile, and it's like at $9. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what are they trying to? This is something they've noticed they've done this before. So I'm just telling people, watch your movie tickets. Find out how much your movie ticket prices are supposed to be before you go, and don't get fucking charged extra because apparently I don't know what the hell's going. This is not the first time I've noticed this. So I think even when me and my sister went, she had to pay full price for a ticket about a month ago. I swear to God, she had to pay like $12 if it was a matinee. I don't know if there's some shady shit going on. I don't know. I can't say for sure. I don't know what's going. Like that's how the because really movie theaters aren't making their money back as far as like movie ticket prices. They're making them back as a concession. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. If it's a clerical error, I don't know. But I've noticed this problem's happened. So I'm just as a PSA, watch like the ticket prices and see if they seem off. If they seem off, they're probably off. And go to your manager, to the manager, and to have it fixed. That's basically what I had to fucking do. So, now that that story's out of the way, let's talk about Bros. The first movie I saw, which was, like I said, Bros. The new romantic comedy, gay romantic comedy that I think is like the first big mainstream gay romantic comedy ever made by by a major studio like Universal. I was like, I got it's one of those movies like with Woman King and Don't Worry Darling. I got trailers for this like non-stop for like months on end. I was tired of seeing the trailer, it looked like a good movie. I just was tired of seeing the trailer. And I was like, yeah, it's got talented people behind it. It's got a guy who made Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which I fucking love that movie. I absolutely love that movie. It's got the producers of Knocked Up and all that stuff involved in it. I was like, you know what? Giving a fair shake, a movie, fair representation for the gay community as far as a romantic comedy. That's cool. I'm fine with that. Like, I have no problem with that. I know there's some people go, "Ooh, gays, that's the end of the world." I guess there's been review bombing on IMDb, but whatever. Fucking people are assholes. It's the internet. Um, I thought it was a pretty fucking fun movie. I liked it. I thought it was a funny movie. I generally did laugh at this movie quite a bit. At this point, I'm not like, as far as like it being a gay movie. I'm not gay. I'm straight, but I'm not like weirded out by that shit anymore. I'm just not. I've grown up. I'm fucking 34 years old. I'm not like grossed out. Like, it's like I grew up with two gay uncles, for fuck's sake. So I mean, they weren't making out and having sex in front of me, but I'm like, it's not like I've grown up. I'm not a fucking 2-year-old. If you're worried about that, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be people that are worried about it. And you know whether you're going to like it or not, probably, as far as... It's a funny fucking movie. I really like Billy Eichner in this movie. I thought his performance was really fucking good. I like this stuff. Usually, most stuff I've seen him in, and he's really funny. I've generally enjoyed him. And he's very funny in this. And he's also showed his acting chops really well. I thought his acting chops were really good. Like, he showed off a pretty decent performance. Like, he does fall under like the stereotypical romantic comedy lead that you see in a lot of these movies, especially if like from who these movies are made by, like the Knocked Up guys and Forgetting Sarah Marshall, where this is a guy who's like has no luck with love, and he's kind of very hesitant to really start a relationship. You've seen a million times, this story done a million times, but the only big difference is it's about two gay characters. It's not like it's different in that way, but I liked also. I did not realize this, but the guy who's his boyfriend in this movie, he was all right. He's pretty good. I've never seen him in anything. I've never seen that guy in anything. Apparently, he made a career out of doing Hallmark movies, and that makes it even funnier that he's in this movie, because there's a whole subplot where this whole shindig where they're making fun of Hallmark movies, Christmas movies. He like made a career on starring Hallmark Christmas movies in real life. This actor, but they also make fun of how bad Hallmark Christmas movies are, and how now they're kind of like trying to represent gays. I thought that was fucking hilarious. But in a weird twist, they don't call them Hallmark movies. They call them Hallheart movies. I guess they just couldn't get the rights to it. To using the name Hallmark, I'm like, really? Like, is that really that hard? I was like, it's kind of funny. I was like, it was kind of weird, but kind of funny. Like, they use Grindr and stuff like that, but Hallmark wouldn't let them fucking use the rights to their name, I guess. Even though they had one of their actors that was well known for one of their movies. That's fucking weird. That's pretty funny. You got a lot of fucking people pop up in this movie. There's some cameos that throughout the movie. I love Deborah Messing. Sorry, Deborah Winger. Deborah Messing. That's a whole completely different actress. Dumbass. Deborah Messing's in this movie. Has a pretty fucking funny scene in it. I did love her scene in it. That was pretty funny. I was like, that's weird to get Deborah Messing in this movie. And I was like, I know she's from Will and Grace, but like, there's a point to it. It's pretty funny. It has a pretty good payoff to her being in this movie. Who was that guy that's in this movie? What the guy? I keep forgetting his name. He's a guy who was like really famous from the '90s. Harvey Fierstein. He was the guy who was the gay best friend in Mrs. Doubtfire, and also in Independence Day. He's in this movie. He pops up and I went, hey, I'm so happy. He's a guy who has a distinct voice that everybody fucking knows. And a face you not recognize. And I was like, holy shit. I mean this in the nicest way. I didn't know he was still alive. I swear to God, when he popped up, I'm like, holy shit, he's still alive. I was like, oh, so it made me joy, happy and joy to see him in it. In this movie, like a gay, like the first big mainstream gay romantic comedy. That's really cool. They got a lot of big gay actors, like to play this movie. There's like even a whole like running joke that I did like about how how Hollywood, all that you ever see is straight guys play gay characters in movies, and it's always depressing. And it's like, yeah, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. I did like that. Um, there's a lot to do. There's a lot of like uh, comedy that you expect in these kinds of romantic comedies. Like I said, from uh, the guys who made stuff like Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Knocked Up. Again, it's like it has a lot of the same jokes. It has a lot of awkward sex that you would expect from these kind of guys. But it's from a gay perspective, and it's kind of cool to see from their perspective and hear them kind of even make fun of themselves, and even make some solid arguments about why we should teach kids about gay people. And like, it's kind of, they make a valid argument about it. I was like, you know what, bravo. I'm like, I know people are fucking get really freaked out every time that like there's a gay character in their fucking in kids movies, but you know what? They make a pretty good valid argument. I did appreciate that. I'm trying to think what else. The movie's really funny. I really enjoyed the hell out of it. I did enjoy the like even some of the fucking like I said, like I really enjoyed some of its commentary on like um gay representation in Hollywood and the Hallmark stuff. And I really, like I said, I love Billy Eichner's performance. It's nothing like ground. It's not like a movie that's like the greatest comedy ever or anything. No, but I enjoyed the hell out of it for what it was, and it's really cool that we kind of come a little bit of a ways that we got a fucking gay romantic comedy. That's pretty cool. It's like when you think about it, it's really cool that we got this. It's taken this long. I can't believe it's taken this long, but it has. But hey, I like. We have a long ways still to go. We still have a lot of fucking homophobic assholes in this world. I have friends like that on my Facebook. I see all the fucking time. But dude, my stance with the gays, homosexuals is just let them fucking be whoever they want to fucking be. They're not harming anybody. Like, fuck off. That these people want to say that they're just grooming children. Fuck off. And that fucking 50s scare tactic shit that you're trying to do nowadays. Fuck off. Yeah. I really do recommend the movie. I really fucking recommend it. Yeah, it does. Like I said, it has a lot of the same. It does have a lot of the same tropes that you see in a lot of romantic comedies too, where there's a third act breakup, there's misunderstandings, and it like does kind of drag the movie out somewhat. There's some points. There's a point towards the end, like okay, you can kind of wrap it up, but that's a problem I have with a lot of other romantic comedies. It's like okay, you have to prolong the third act breakups so you can make this movie's 2 hours. Yeah, it does get annoying at points. Like I said, it does get annoying at a point, but it's not. It didn't bother me too much. Um, yeah, like I said, I really recommend the movie. Go see Bros. Again, if you're one of those people that are just like really fucking homophobic, you're not gonna like it, obviously. So fucking whatever. Who gives a shit? You're just an asshole. Uh, just giving my opinion. So fuck off. I also thought it's like, man, I gay uncle just passed away, and I'm sure he probably will like this movie. I've grown to just appreciate. I grown to having grown up with two gay uncles. I accepted it. I didn't give a shit. I didn't treat my uncles any differently. It's what we should do with everybody. Treat everybody the same, I'm not gonna. I don't want to get all political or anything. So, but yeah, recommend the movie. Go check it out. It's really funny. I do have one more review to do, and until then, I'll talk to you guys later.